Hola amigas y amigos, it's Melanie again from Mexico. Today on Monday, January 8th. Yeah, it doesn't look like, but in Mexico it is. January is tropical, warm, at this point a bit rainy, but I don't mind that at all. It's kind of cozier and it's great work weather. I'm currently in Sayulita, north of Puerto Vallarta, just for 2 days, and then I move on to Bucerias and back to Vallarta and soon back to Canada from there. So that's my quick update location wise and what's with the Astro weather. So this is from here Sayulita, where I have a beautiful Airbnb a bit outside of the center, and it's tropical. It's really nice. So anyway, Astro weather. The Astro weather for the week starting tomorrow, January 9th, and going until January 15th. I always do Tuesday to Monday for some reason, start at some point. So what's coming up this week? The main event is the Capricorn new moon on January 11th. And let me see where the chart of the new moon is, because you will see there'll be a lot going on in Capricorn. So we have the sun, of course, in Capricorn since winter solstice. Then the moon will go into Capricorn tomorrow. Let me just verify that. Today's still in Sag, of course. Yesterday the moon moved over the Phoenix point. That was great for all sorts of relief and movement and journeys. That's what I did. I moved and came by bus and walked a lot on the beach and explored Sayulita. So yesterday, as I said, the moon moved into Sag. Today still in Sag. On Tuesday, tomorrow, in the evening, 5:33, she will go into Capricorn, getting ready for the new moon. Then, as we have the new moon, I bring up the chart right now. You will see that sun and moon here, right? So sun, moon, of course. Mars also in Capricorn since January 4th. Pluto still in Capricorn, the last new moon in Capricorn with Pluto in Capricorn, because it will go into Aquarius on January 20th. That's one of the main events of the year. And of course, the caveat, it is not for good already. There will be a quick phase where Pluto will go back into Capricorn for some unfinished business. That will be September 1st until November 19th. So, but now Pluto is still in Capricorn, and this new moon is in a way a wrap-up new moon. A new moon is also an ending of a phase and a beginning, so it's a threshold. But it can also show how much of the old world, for better or worse, is still in effect and needs change, upgrade, and new light, right? That is what Aquarius brings. New freedom, new humanity, and evolution for humanity, understanding that we truly are free. We don't have to be a part of this old hierarchical, often oppressive system. And especially when we come together as humans, as free humans, we can co-create so much more than complain, right? So that new moon is towards the end. Well, it's between the second and third decade of Capricorn, right at 21 degrees. And the central part of Capricorn, where we're in now, has a Taurus undertone. So this is about building. We're still in that phase. It's about building something long-term that we value, appreciate, and enjoy. This Taurus-Capricorn combination. And then after, literally with January 11th, comes the third and last decade of Capricorn. which has a Virgo undertone. So there is about being of service and using our tools, our capacities, our skills for the highest purpose. That will be also a signature of that new moon, especially since it is coming close. The sun will eventually come to Pluto, right, on the very last day of Capricorn, just before entering Aquarius. And the moon will meet Pluto on the same day, so they both approach Pluto. Using these skills, capacities, and experience, right? That's also Capricorn, for the highest good. And what is the highest good? This is something to inquire in. The highest good, structural and societal evolution, perhaps, right? And how can we contribute with all that we have, right, to make the world a better place and help humanity to evolve? So, yes, a lot going on in Capricorn, including Mercury will also enter Capricorn then finally on January 13th. You can hear the rooster. I feel like I live in the country right now, just even for 2 days, and that's great. That's also very Capricorn, old world, basic, simple, grounded, back to nature. And so Mercury will enter Capricorn, as I said, on the 13th of January to go this time fully through Capricorn until February the 4th. Before, Mercury has been in Capricorn, but backtracking, going back into Sag for this whole retro journey. And now we have a lot of experience also with where our mind takes us and what is the best way of using, in this case, that's Capricorn, right? Using our mental capacities, our time also, like what do we get engaged in with our interest, with what we read, whom we communicate with. Capricorn is very conscious about that, or needs to be, right? To not waste time and energy, and in this case, mental energy. And then also, it's great for planning. So if you are into planning something major, structural, that you'd like to do, something, a New Year's project, that would be great now as finally Mercury is going into Capricorn, and also as of today, still in Sag, leaving the post-retro storm, so that turnaround phase where things are slow and have to come back into the so-called normal gear. So we're getting into that, and things should calm down. With the Capricorn new moon, I hear there is in Canada, in BC, where I live, is currently also winter storm coming in. So the Capricorn new moon comes late this year. It can come as early as winter solstice, right? So new moon, and especially then also Mercury having to do with the weather as well, can also mean a real beginning of winter, right? So yeah. And what else is going on this week? Mercury Capricorn, Mars. So there's a few alignments also going on, actually really nice ones, trine alignments. They are always very auspicious. They have a Jupiter undertone, and they bring opportunities, right? So we have first on January 9th, that is tomorrow, the Sun in Capricorn will go into Earth trine. So they're both in Earth element with Uranus. That is still retrograde, but stationary already, gearing up for the retro phase from, Uranus is still retro, stationary, gearing up for going direct on January 26th. So that will be the last planet actually that turns from retro to direct in a while. And then from end of January on, there will be a lot of forward momentum, including then with Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto, the ruler of, Uranus ruling Aquarius, where Pluto goes into. Okay, So, as I said, January 9th, tomorrow, the sun goes into Earth trine with Uranus. So, that is auspicious energy to, again, be conscious about your time, about your energy, about what is best for you and what brings out your best, Capricorn, and maybe having some breakthroughs in that regard. And they can have to do from the Taurus direction, can have to do with slowing down or also enjoying more, right? Or not getting into that disruption energy, right? When you're, what can happen on a lower vibration of this is like, oh, I'm just having this beautiful, enjoyable time here, and somebody is interrupting me, and I'm having lots of judgment about that. That can be Capricorn also in combination with Uranus and Taurus. But how about then saying, hey, this is a divine intervention? Maybe what does this mean, right? When something is getting me out of my groove, out of my what I consider is the best way and my own way and all that, right? So it can be also bringing new joy. For example, yesterday when I traveled and I was just arriving at the bus station here in Sayulita, and I was ready to just find my Airbnb and rest, right? And then I ran into this lady, a Mexican lady who I met in another Airbnb, and she had a lot of stress, right? So that was very Uranian for her, and it was great to reconnect and support each other a bit and reground, and that was beautiful. So anyway, and then so we're having this trine. Then we'll have another trine on January 12th. Trine means like if all three parts, if all three zodiac signs are affected, it's a grand trine in one element, right? So it would be it looks like a triangle, right? And it is a beautiful flow of energy. So the next trine we have is on January 11th, on the day of the new moon. Venus in Sag will be in fire trine with Chiron, which is still stationary in Aries. First of all, Chiron has gone from retro to direct on December 26th, on the day of the Cancer Capricorn full moon. So around that time, it was actually a bit of a turbulent full moon because of the Chiron involvement and the T-square to Chiron. So that could have brought up a lot of old wounds, early wounds, and with Aries, for example, oh my gosh, I'm all on my own here, or I got to start something new, I got to do a new thing, this old whatever it is doesn't work anymore. And it requires a heroic energy in a way, or boldness, courage, right? So that could have been, and also authenticity, right? So to come to that medicine, act on it, do something, be true to yourself, and do what you need to do to take care of your needs, right? That could have been Aries, Cancer, Capricorn dynamic with that full moon. So now Venus in Sagittarius already, kind of more than half into it, will go into fire trine with Chiron. So Venus in Sag is rather a very joyful energy that brings, the adventure spirit and enjoys that and loves that and also needs freedom. So that can be the inner feminine in us, or also women in our lives that bring us that spark of fun and joy, and that itself can be a great medicine, right? And freedom, right? Freedom, Sagittarius, authenticity with Aries, fire, a spirit. Then the last trine, we have yet another trine, that will be from Mars in Capricorn, in Earth trine again, with Jupiter, which is still stationary in Taurus. So Jupiter has also turned from retro to direct. That was on December 30th. And so mid-December till mid-January are also with that Jupiter turnaround loop vibe, very Jupiterian, very Jupiter and Taurus oriented. So here is that invitation, that opportunity to enhance our joy level. What brings us joy? And maybe we need to slow down, maybe sit down and just focus on our food or anything that pleases the senses. And Mars in Capricorn is usually quite a go-getter. So Mars in Capricorn likes to accomplish, achieve, work with obstacles and overcome them. Like I was just not doing major, but doing a climb on my last day in Vallarta so far, 2 days ago, after having come out of the dentist at dental work. So I went up to the Mirador, to the viewpoint, which is like called El Cerro de la Cruz, so the hill of the cross. And there are lots of steps going up there, and then you have a great view, right? That is, of course, very Capricorn, Mars in Capricorn. So you can do something that challenges you, and that could have to do also with physical exercise, with Mars, that at the same time brings you lots of joy. And that's Mars in Capricorn in Earth trine. Also part of the new moon energy, just exact a day after. So the new moon catalyzes that too, facilitates that. Then, so the last piece in this week, as I said, is on January 13th, Mercury going into Capricorn. And that will be a strong Capricorn time. Now with the new moon it is. And then even after the new moon, when Mercury is in Capricorn and the Sun is still in Capricorn, Mars and Pluto, that goes until January 20th. So again, very grounded energy. Go to your inner elder, Capricorn, and approach things in a slow, steady, and sustainable way. And so lastly, the moon phases. So we're having currently the waning moon, right, until the new moon, and the waning moon is currently in Sagittarius until tomorrow evening, as mentioned, to keep track of it all. So until tomorrow, Tuesday, at 5:33 p.m. Pacific, the moon will be in Sag. So this is a great time. Still, even though it's a waning moon, but it's a wonderful time to move around, to explore, to pursue your happiness, right? And see things from a perspective, from a higher perspective, where things can be, not sweating the small stuff, right? And more philosophical outlook on life. And then we have the new moon so the moon goes into Capricorn in the evening of the 9th, and then on the 10th will be the moon in Capricorn as a dark moon, so that is really winding down energy of the old. Then on the 11th, the new moon will be exact at 3:57 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then we have the moon going into Aquarius still the same evening at 7:01 p.m. So things are lightening up again, and maybe it's time with that new moon energy now in Aquarius to meet community, really connect with like-minded people. Maybe there's been also issues in the last while where things with Mercury retrograde and stuff, right, where things did not work out so well. And so now you can actually, from all that experience, learn where your people are and hang out with them more. Then the moon will be in Aquarius until the 13th, Saturday at 7:29 p.m. And that will be actually a long void phase on that day. I just see that the moon will be void, of course, on Saturday from 1:59 a.m. till 7:20 9 p.m. Wow. Okay, so that's 12 and 6, 18 hours or something, right? A long void day. So, as I often say, avoid the void. So, don't expect on that day things to really manifest. It's more a time for fluidity, for openness, and don't expect things to go as scheduled and stuff. So, I don't have anything scheduled that day. I have plans for Friday, so that's better. And then the moon will be in Pisces as a new moon, and by then we can also see the first sliver of the moon beautifully in the evening sky. If skies are clear, then the moon will be in Pisces until Monday the 15th at 8:49 p.m. when she enters Aries. And that moon in Aries on the new side, right? So on the waxing side is also another level of newness, of double newness, right? So that new moon from the 15th evening on the 16th, on the 17th, will be also very auspicious for new ventures and projects. So, how long have I spoken today? 21 minutes, and I hope that has been helpful for you. If you are not on my email list yet, please shoot me and you're interested in getting my Astro News, which is an email service that is sent out every new moon, for every new moon and full moon. Yeah, come on up and send me a message on Messenger if you hear this video, if you see this video on Facebook or Instagram, message me, or if you see it on YouTube, you can send me an email and I leave links and I leave the address down below. Then you can also find various articles about all these astrological comings and goings, especially in the new moon, especially also Mars now in Capricorn, Mercury re-entering Capricorn. Probably not, because I already wrote about it. But whenever something new is coming up, then I'll write an article on my Astro News blog. And of course, you can subscribe to that as well and get notifications when a new one is on. But the email Astro News are basically is very comprehensive. It has links to everything and also has offers in it, specials when I come up with another one. Maybe in February again, Valentine's, not so sure. But yeah, I wish you a beautiful journey through this week with the Capricorn, very grounding, very solid Capricorn new moon, into your mature, experienced, and yeah, into maybe also your connection with the ancestors, the inner elder, and such. And all the best. In a way, it's the first new moon of 2024, right? So again, all the best for the double new that's coming now. Bye bye.